Hi guys, so in the next few minutes I am going to be on SAfm. I'm speaking to Songezo Mabece and we're talking about the Nation Pride Play Your Part award that we've won from Brand South Africa, iloveza.com. We've won, I love and yeah, so you can watch the whole interview on our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow the hashtags iloveza heart and South African flag, and follow hashtag after Fajr grind. So let's just check.
We don't employ for skill. The skill.
Good, thanks, and you. Yes, Lesejo. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lesejo. Okay.
May his beautiful soul and voice continue to rest in peace. Beautiful sounds from the late Jabu Kanyile. Umkhayalo, my homie in modern language. 20-0-2107. Good evening to those who have just joined us. This is The Viewpoint with Songezo Mabece. I am back. Thank you so much for the indulgence in the 2 weeks that I have not been here. As I had said in the previous hour, I was attending to some cultural rites for the younger men in the Mabece family, and we continue to be thankful that for the most part everything that could go right did go right. So we don't take these things for granted. If my experience is anything to go by, if you know, you know. If you don't get it, forget about it. 2108, Mr. Ziyaad is founder of iloveza.com. Brand South Africa's ambitious Play Your Part Awards announces Nation Pride category winner. iloveza.com has been announced as the winner of the Nation Pride category in the ongoing Brand South Africa 2021 Play Your Part Awards. The focus of this category is to showcase organizations, businesses, or initiatives that work to instill national pride in South Africans by portraying a positive image of the country locally as well as globally. iloveza.com is a website dedicated to selling South African products, and in so doing provide a platform for South African entrepreneurs, business people, artists, and craftsmen to engage the markets of the world. Mr. Ziyaad is now the founder of this platform. Is here to join us on the line. And first things first, many congratulations, Ziyaad. This is an award that is clearly thoroughly deserved. And perhaps I should add and say thank you for helping your part in building Brand SA.
Good evening, Songezo. How are you this evening?
I'm well, Ziyaad. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for the kind words and for the introduction. And yes, it is an honor to be recognized by Brand South Africa for the work that we are doing to help build this lovely nation.
Can we talk about Brand South Africa? Is Brand South Africa as strong as Brand South Africa has in the past been? When one is outside the country, to the extent that you have engaged those persons outside looking in, do you genuinely get the sense that Brand South Africa is a strong brand, is a growing brand that continues to fortify itself with all things positive? I really am asking this in the light of what I believe to be a general mood in the country and narrative of and about ourselves that could be more complimentary than it currently is. I could possibly use more direct language, but I don't really want to sound like a prophet of doom. But I want your perspectives on this, particularly as one who's more in the space than I might be.
Well, Brand South Africa, or South Africa as a brand, if you may, we are a growing nation, and globally there's a lot we have to offer. It's just that we are a bit stifled at the moment because of what's happening politically, if you put it that way. But there's still a lot of interest from international investors, from people overseas. I mean, we get inquiries daily about getting products over to lots of countries overseas. We get lots of inquiries as to where people should stay or to visit, restaurants or anything to do with South Africa. So there's still a lot of interest in South Africa, and we still got a long way to go. And but there's hope. I think you don't need to be a prophet of doom. There is a lot of hope, and we need more initiatives like this. Play your part, where so more people can get involved and showcase what South Africa has to offer.
You suggest that one should have hope, and I agree with you. One should have hope, but one should have hope. Why are we in a position to have hope? I mean, there was a time where South Africa was literally alive with possibilities. We had hosted major international tournaments as early on as 1995, the Rugby World Cup, 96, AFCON, 97, All Africa Games. The World Summit on Sustainable Development in 2002 was followed by the Cricket World Cup the following year. The Confed Cup 2009 played as a precursor to 2020 Soccer World Cup. But again, these things were in the earlier part of our democratic dispensation. It seems like South Africa's bus wheels have fallen off, and this happens to mean that even politically South Africans, well, we talk about 9 wasted years. I am really trying to get it to the point of we are now being told to have hope, which is correct, of course. I'm not dismissing what you're saying. But shouldn't we really be in a position where we should be buoyant about brand South Africa? We've had 27 years to build this brand, and we really should be the toast of town. That's why, for instance, other countries can just dismiss South Africa, not only advancing science, but just say, you know what, we're not going to be too worried about going to South Africa. We're going to close borders with South Africa. Does that not signal the fact that South Africa's brand doesn't have the strength that we want it to have, that it ought to have, that it once had?
I see where you're coming from, and it's all about what the media portrays and what we see every day. And that's why we at iloveza.com are trying to change that narrative, to try and bring more light to positive stories. Yes, we shouldn't really have hope. We should be at a stage now after 27 years where we can say that, we are world leaders in certain things. We should be hosting more events, global events. But unfortunately, we have been dealt a few wrong cards along the way. And it's not to say that we can't get back on our feet and get back on track to where we should be. We all go through life, and we have misfortunes that take us off the track. So in the same way, our country, South Africa has done that exactly the same thing. We've had a few misfortunes, we've had a few setbacks, but I think that we can get back on track and start moving forward again and be where we want to and need to be.
Let's talk about I Love ZA or iloveza.com now, because this is your brainchild, and it has won this very prestigious award about putting South Africa ultimately on the global map, ensuring that we carry with us the sense of national pride that many countries spend a lot of money to ensure that they enjoy, and they even use their private sector as well as their media in particular to drum the brand of a particular nation. I don't have to mention the nations in this regard. To the extent that iloveza.com is doing that, share with us, please, insights into the platform that you established and what exactly it does and for whom.
Okay, so firstly, it's not my brainchild, it's actually, I'm the co-founder. So my wife and I, we've started this business together, and we started it to basically showcase the talent of South Africans. We started it as an online store initially, and it's now become a fully fledged digital media marketing and advertising company, where we basically are marketing the South African brands. We're connecting rather South African brands to the world and international brands to South Africa, and we're trying to bridge the gap between the disparity rather of where South Africa is at the moment and where the rest of the world is, by trying to put us on the same level as the rest of the world, by bringing in new technology from overseas, the information that we have from overseas, to share that with clients here in South Africa, and also to get the clients that we have here in South Africa to reach a global audience through our platform, iloveza.com.
Fantastic. And the traction globally on the platform? Tell us about that, please.
Okay, so the traction we have is phenomenal. Over the last 6 years, it's grown. I can't even tell you the numbers at the moment offhand, but we have the website, and then we have the social media presence as well. So we have your Instagram, your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels that we use as well to amplify the voice that we are giving on our website.
Of course, you mentioned the fact that your co-founder, and I should have asked this question before this one, but I mean, do you want to mention your wife and your role with her, and the fact that this business is 50% hers? I mean, just make sure that we don't erase her, if you like. Can we just spend some time talking about Mrs. Plaatjes or Nabia?
Okay, so Nabia, yes, that's her name. So she is the journalist. So she writes a lot of the stories. She curates a lot of information that goes on the website. So we share a lot of positive, uplifting stories, and then she also interviews a lot of people as well, local and international. So her role is more, because she studied the media, marketing and journalism, so that's more her role, and I've done my honors degree in business management, so I look after the business as such, and that's basically our roles, and we run the whole operation from like I said, we run the social media accounts, we run the website, the online store, everything that you see on our website and social media accounts. We do everything together.
Can we talk in the minute or two that remains about the actual business aspects, particularly the supply chain and product availability, because these products are sourced from all over, and you need people to obviously bear in mind that if they put their products, and I'm assuming this is how this thing works, please do correct me to the extent that I am wrong, they put the products, or they use your platform for their products to access the local and global markets. But of course, this comes with some prior agreements, prior arrangements, and security of distribution, of shelf life of the products, and availability of the product on the demand of the customer. Share with us about getting that right and ensuring that it remains right, because if I go there and I want a product and I'm told it's unavailable for my cart, once, twice, certainly I'm not coming back to that platform. The challenges associated with that, want to elaborate?
Yes, so you are correct. We do drop shipping, so we do not keep any of the products. Once somebody like yourself places an order, we would contact the supplier immediately, and they would have that product delivered to you. In terms of availability, we ensure that it's regularly updated so that there is available products on the website, that because the supplier would obviously need to tell us that they do have stock or they don't have stock. But because there are a lot of handmade products, there is a time stipulated, whether it's 7 or 14 days, that you would have to wait for the product to be made, and that would be told on the website. Alternatively, you would get an email before when you purchase, to say that your product is going to take X amount of days for the delivery to happen. Other than that, if there are any challenges with availability with our current suppliers, we do the utmost, and we have had instances where our suppliers don't have the product and we actually source it from another supplier, just so that we could get the product to the customer.
outside that, are there specific products that are those of yours, or Nabia for that matter, insofar as it relates to this platform, iloveza.com, has got our own unique products, or is it purely a platform that engages the wider South African community to place their products on there? I'm trying to also ask questions as I'm navigating this website so that I can give the listener an opportunity to get a sense as to what is the work of iloveza.com.
So we do have some of our own products. We have branded clothing that we do. But it's more a platform, like I said, to get other people's products out there. So whether you have an online store or you just selling at a market or you even have a physical store, it's just another platform. Because we have this reach, global reach, a lot of the online stores at the moment only offer like local delivery. But because we have the global reach, it's another platform for people to place their products and for us to advertise it on our platform.
Will I be allowed to take a lot from your platform, or will you not allow me to do that?
Would you?
You don't have to answer that if you're not comfortable with that. But essentially what I really am trying to engage is, of course, you've got some stiff competition in the space, don't you?
Yes. So we don't look at it as competition, because we essentially servicing two different markets. The Blue brand is looking more at the South African market and servicing that market, and we're trying to get a more international, global market. Obviously, we do service the South African clientele with products that you could see on our website that everyday South Africans would want, but we want to get the artisans that are producing local products to get them overseas.
Fantastic. Well, we do certainly wish you all of the very best, and I can assure you that I'm actually going to play around on the website. If for nothing else, in the name of supporting your brand and business, I'm going to find somebody and put it in my cart. Mr. Ziyaad, Plaatjes, together with your beautiful wife, Nabia, thank you so much for your work in making sure that Brand South Africa is alive and kicking 21-23.
Thank you very much, Songezo. Have a lovely evening.
The Talking Point with Kathy Motlatlana.
Would you swap your red meat, your steak, for a serving of insect? Look, I'm from Polokwane, so I've grown up with mopani worms around me as a form of protein. But are we willing to make those sacrifices?
Imagining this thing, it does not sit well with me. Inyama is a determining factor. No, inyama is a nyama. Yeah, man. Yeah, inyama, man, sis, man, inyama. I can't even think about a plate without inyama.
I must say, I'm not surprised by the fact that so many of you are resisting.
Okay, so that was my interview with Songezo Mabece and on SAfm, and it was a different kind of interview. We spoke more about Brand South Africa and keeping the brand of South Africa alive through iloveza.com, and of course us reaching a global audience through our platform. And yeah, you didn't hear again but you heard my answers. We'll hopefully get the podcast stitched together like we did with the other interview, which you can see from SAfm with Bridget Masinga. And yeah, just subscribe to our channel on YouTube to keep updated with all these interviews and what's happening with iloveza.com. Visit our website www.iloveza.com, and also follow us on social media at iloveza.com, at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hashtag iloveza, heart and South African flag, and hashtag after Fajr grind. I'm Ziyaad and I love Zede.